Forgive my appearance. I'm halfway through my morning bike ride, and it's just so beautiful here on the beach. I don't think the light is going to let you see, but yeah, it's a very beautiful morning on Turtle Beach. As always, I have the place to myself. Hey, who's that pretty little bicycle? Me. So yeah, my appearance. This is healing nicely, I think. My Heidelberg dueling scar. Yes, I watch other people's videos, or at least some of their videos. It's rare that I make it all the way through a Thailand themed video. I may not make it through this because I'm realizing how heavy this phone is. And I didn't bring I'm on the bike, I didn't bring a tripod or anything. There's nowhere to set it. So I will speak quickly. Yeah, so I flipped through. Anybody here old enough to remember when you used to flip through channels on the TV when you were bored? And I do that on YouTube, I suppose everybody does. And I'll watch 30 seconds of this and 50 seconds of that. And if it's not completely repulsive, I'll jump ahead 3 minutes and see what's happening there, and jump ahead and jump ahead. So somewhere in this flipping through YouTube channels, I came across this Irish guy. And I thought of him because he didn't give a rat's ass about his appearance. He is not a vain man. He looked like hell. He looked like the cops just let him out of the drunk tank. He's this skinny Irish guy, much younger than me. And I don't know what he was talking about. The only thing I caught, he said, and I'm going to spare you my terrible Irish accent, but he said, they know why we're here, boys. He said, boys. They know why we're here, boys. I said I was going to spare you the accent, sorry. Anyway, yeah, he said, they know why we're here, boys. So he's speaking specifically to men, or boys, or men who think they're boys, or men who act like boys. And he says, they, we assume that means Thai people, know why we are here. And I immediately, I think, knew what he was referring to. Mongerism, sex tourism, or sexpats, whatever. People for whom the commercial, for most people, the commercial sex industry gets boring after about, a week? What's your tolerance? Half an hour? I took my mom out once to a go-go. And after half an hour, we left because the music was too loud. And her only comment was, none of these women is getting enough to eat. Anyway, so this guy, he says, they know why we're here, boys. So I think what he means is Thai people, when he goes in the 7-Eleven without a shirt on to buy his krong tips with 1 baht coins that he scrounged off the floor of his bungalow, they know he's here. What he's paying for is, commercial sex. And he's taking it for granted that his audience is mongers like him, which I guess is fair. But it got me thinking about identity. We know Thailand is the kingdom of make-believe. A lot of guys, a lot of women too, come here and reinvent themselves. You always want to be an author? Come here, self-publish a book. You always want to be a painter? Come here and buy a shop house or rent a shop house and sell your paintings. Tell people in a bar, yeah, I used to be special forces. I used to be an Olympic Greco-Roman wrestler. I used to raise show horses, whatever. You can say whatever you want in a bar, and very few people are going to go Google you. So identity has been on my mind because he said this. They know why we're here, boys. And I thought, no, man, my neighbors cannot figure me out. They haven't got a clue. 65-year-old man who, 1, doesn't drink alcohol, 2, lives alone, does his own cooking, his own shopping, his own laundry, washes his own dishes. This is mystical to my Thai neighbors. They don't know why I do this. And he plays with dolls. Now, I make videos with action figures, but, to their eyes, I'm playing with dolls. And they haven't got a clue. They cannot figure me out. And it bothers some of them. The old expression, Farang rumak mai di. The Farang who knows a lot, he's no good. No. If he knows what something's supposed to cost, he's no good. So I've been thinking about identity. Oh, just as an aside, my next door neighbor is going to open a pot store right next door to me. This is dangerous. This should not happen. There should not be a world where somebody opens a pot store next to Steve Rosse. It's just a disaster waiting to happen. At any rate, well, that's part of my identity. That's part of who I am, right? So after 9 months now, is that right? From May, I've been on Turtle Beach for 9 months, and I've made a big break from the Steve Rosse identity that was in the United States. If you go back in this channel, the very early videos, I started this channel about a month, I think, before I left America to come here, at the suggestion of Roy Bott, and I will forever be grateful to Roy for that. Also some other people, Pete at Irish Times and James Newman at JD Strange. At the suggestion of these guys, I started this vlog before I left the United States. And you go back and look at that, and the first thing you say is, wow, Steve was a lot heavier. I've lost, I don't know, about 12 or 13 pounds in 9 months. But, you know, I think back to that guy. I will sometimes go back and look at a few minutes of those videos, and I think, wow, you know, at that time, I was preparing to make a really drastic change, leave behind everything. I came here with a suitcase full of t-shirts, only to find that they sell t-shirts in Thailand. I didn't need to bring anything. I could have come here with my laptop bag and my phone and had the same life I've had since then. But I made a big break. I gave away or sold whatever I owned, said goodbye to my family and friends, and came here looking to be in my retirement a more pleasant, more relaxed, more civil, more happy Steve Rosse. The happy part, the moment I stepped off the plane. The moment I stepped off the plane, I was a much happier Steve Rosse. Not a more relaxed Steve Rosse, because like I said, this was a big decision. It was more like jumping off an airplane into Thailand than stepping off an airplane. And yeah, so as a happier Steve Rosse, not a less anxious Steve Rosse. I had facial tics for like the first 6-8 months I was here. They have just recently left me, but I had all kinds of tardive dyskinesia, it is called. And that's gone away, thank God. And I'm beginning to be more relaxed. The bicycling's helped, the losing weight is helping. I'm smoking about a pack and a half a day. But, you know, I came here to reinvent myself, just like the charlatans who self-publish a book, or they open a thing and they sell their terrible oil paintings. The guys who will tell you in the bar they used to be special forces. You know, I came here to reinvent myself. And I wasn't really sure what I wanted to become, except a happier, calmer, less anxious guy. And I wasn't even aiming for thinner, but yeah, happy byproduct. At any rate, so they don't know why I'm here. Do I know why I'm here? Yeah, I know what I'm aiming for. How close have I come? I don't think, you know, real close. I'm still smoking a pack and a half a day, so not real close. But there's time to work on it, I think. I think my time here will be up in May of 2023. I don't know what will happen, but I've had a premonition for years and years and years that I will get 1 year in Thailand. And what is that, 3 months to go? But I'm going to do what I can, you know, on myself. This is not one of those empowerment, enlightenment, improve yourself, you know, be more like me and you'll be successful. You'll be wealthy. You'll be happy. You'll be loved. Yeah, I surrendered the moral high ground on that a long, long time ago. Don't be like me. Don't be like me. But I think don't be like that Irish guy either. I can't see mongerism as creating a good person out of anybody. I don't think that life can improve you. I don't think it's a fun life either. I think men are convinced that having a steady diet of commercial, anonymous, casual sex is what we're designed to do. You know, the guys in the bars will give you these long lectures about how men are wanderers, women are nesters, and the bee, as the king says in The King and I, the bee goes from flower to flower to flower. The flower does not go from bee to bee to bee. We are educated to think that's what we want, that's what a man does. No boys, no boys. It's not. It's not. That's all bullshit. That's all self-serving, selfish bullshit. So yeah, I don't know. Identity in Thailand. Honest to God, I want to go home and smoke a cigarette now. So I got 10 kilometers to go. Oh, that's the beach. Where's the road? Yeah. There's the end of the road. I go 10 kilometers that way. I can have a cigarette, the first of 30 today. Thank you for your attention. Like, subscribe, share. I love you all. Honest to God, this is the high point of my week. Next week, a Boontongs video. I'm building a set. I'm building a traditional Thai house out of bamboo in 1/10 scale. I've got a bar, Boontongs bar. I've got a go-go, Jugs a go-go. I've got a bungalow, a love nest bungalow. And now I'll have the house in Isan where all of the commercial sex workers grew up. And that pretty much covers the industry, doesn't it? Those are the 4 places, other than the crappy little bungalows they live in when they're on the beach working. Those are the 4 000s in everybody's grid. All right, that's it. Thank you. I love you. Goodbye.